Why does modern dating feel harder than ever? I'm about to show you the false beliefs, the lies that you have been told as a man, right? That makes your dating life harder. See, I've been in and out of relationships for the past 5 to 7 years. I'm 21 years of age, and I'm a student of the game. I'm still learning the game, right? But I'm about to tell you the secrets that I've learned, right, through my past experiences. The first thing that you're going to have to understand is sleeping with a woman is not hard. It's not hard, bro. Women sleep with women and women stay with men for different reasons, not women. For different reasons, right? If you're gonna actually go out, right? I'm actually talking about actually go out and socialize. You're gonna actually see the type of men that women sleep with. These are not your high value guys. These are not the guys who already got their money right. They got their life right in order, everything in order. These are the guys who are typically drunk. Typically they're on fucking drugs. Typically they are high constantly, throwing away their life. These are the type of men that women sleep with, and it's like a lot of guys, the reason why they don't see it is because they have like a flawed understanding when it comes to just masculinity and what a woman sees as masculine. There are things that you as a man see masculine, like the male see as masculine. There are things that women see as masculine, the feminine, right? The way she sees the world and the way you look at the world is just two different things. And it's like a lot of guys just think they gotta watch all this content, they gotta watch all these videos, they gotta read all these books to become more masculine, to have more game and riz. And this is why I read it down. Game, right? Riz, being more masculine is not something you're gonna learn in a book. It's something that you as a guy embody. Like each and every man in this planet was born on some meme shit. Every man was born with masculine energy, and somewhere down the line, you have been told these lies that women are smarter, women's intuition is way much better, women mature faster than men. And I'm like, as soon as I understood that all this stuff that I've been told is bullshit, the better my dating life started getting. The faster women, started opening up their legs, the better just my dating life got. And it's like, there are two things that I want you as a guy to understand as I'm going on with this video, right? It's the unfair advantages when it comes to the dating game. A woman's unfair advantage, right? And the man's unfair advantage. A female's unfair advantage is her body, her beauty, lust, right? We're gonna call it lust, right? That's what women use to what? To be able to survive in this world. That's why you as a guy, you cannot get angry at this. You just gotta accept and internalize the world for what it is, right? And change your beliefs and change basically who you are so that you can actually start getting more results. Because you know better, you do better, right? And the man's unfair advantage is masculine intellect. This is how the man is able to survive in this world. And each and every man has that. Each and every man has that, bro. You have your own masculine guidance that you can use to be able to make your life a success, your dating life a success. You just gotta learn to listen to your own intuition. And this is the problem with most guys. They think they gotta watch all these videos, they gotta watch all these dating gurus to make the successful life for themselves when it comes to the dating game. And just like, bro, you don't need to watch none of these guys stuff. There's no certain words that you can say to make a woman to just fall in love. It's something that you embody, bro. It's something that you embody. So there's no more learning. What you just gotta understand is what you should not do, because automatically if you know what you shouldn't do, you're gonna do the right thing. More knowing stuff. It's just embodying. That's what you as a guy gotta understand. You gotta understand what are the masculine behaviors that I can demonstrate, that I can embody, that actually gonna give me the successful dating life. Because understanding female nature is not gonna make your dating life easier. Female nature is just it's just there for you as a man to accept and not to understand, because you are a male and she's a female, and we're different for a reason, my G. You just gotta understand what you gotta do. If the female's in her total feminine energy, right? She's nice, her voice sounds nice, she's feminine, she's sweet, she's grateful, she say thank you a lot. This is just gonna make you as a man want to be naturally protective, be naturally providing for her, because she is what? So nice, so sweet. She's in her feminine energy. It's just gonna naturally happen, my G. This is why you cannot negotiate attraction, right? The second thing, the second lie that makes most men's dating life harder is thinking that when they're high value, this makes women open up their legs. Because now, oh, I'm this attractive dude, right? Because now, I put in the jab, right? I got this, the steroids, and I got bigger muscles. It's gonna make women open their legs and fall in love. It's just not true. High value men, right? Men with resources, right? Men with assets, men with status. These guys, they typically wait longer. A woman is going to use her unfair advantage, her lust, to be able to survive in this world. So she's going to make this high value guy with the resources, with the status, with, all of this that she wants, right? Tangibly, to wait longer so she can get him to have emotional investment. That's going to make her be able to have all these resources and all this value that this guy can provide. So when you're a guy actually high value and you're in shape and you have your money, right, and all these things, once women know this, women are actually gonna close their legs, because they're gonna make you want to invest before they open up their legs and giving you, the Gucci. That's what most guys just going to have to understand. So the third thing that prevents a lot of guys from attracting women, and it's like, this is the most amount of value that I've probably given in all of my videos. Part of being a man, right, is being rough around the edges. Because of the conditioning, right, of the school teachers, your mothers, the feminines in your life, or even the masculine men, they told you, oh, you gotta make sure your bed is, folded tight and it's all neat, and make sure, the string on the gift is perfectly, tight, and the books and the covers and the papers gotta be packed perfectly, and all this small feminine stuff. That's what makes a lot of guys not be able to attract a lot of women. It's like, bro, if you want to make a woman feel safe, if you want to make a woman feel like she's part of your life, part of your fucking existence, right, it's actually making her part of your existence. You don't have to be all perfect. You ain't gotta be all fucking, spotless. You gotta actually get that woman to be part of your world. This means maybe she pours you a glass of water. Maybe she helps you with the laundry. Maybe she helps you clean the bed. This puts her naturally in her feminine energy. Women want to experience this. And that's what a lot of guys, understand. It's like, a lot of women, they had never even had a man tell them what to do. Tell them and guide them and chasing their approval in life. And this is why most women are unsatisfied in their relationship. Women cannot even understand this, because it's just the feeling that they get. It's just the feeling that they get. A lot of guys want to get a woman to be submissive in the bedroom, right? But they can't even tell her what to do. And it's like, you don't need to fucking start with all this big stuff, like telling her, oh, do all this paperwork from the work. No, it's just like small things, like fucking making you a good sandwich. Maybe you phrase it in a way, it's like, you know what would be nice? If you made me a nice cheese sandwich, with some juice. She wants to do that for you if you're her man. And it's like, this should start from the fucking beginning. And like I said, they have to start small, because it gotta be socially calibrated. Still, you can't make it weird, right? It could just be something small, like maybe y'all went to grab some food, ask her, to grab you this and this, on the way. Something like this. And then you as a guy work on your way this way, because when she starts chasing your approval, this is making her fall naturally in that feminine energy. It's like when y'all just laying down next to each other, and the end of the day, bro, that dynamic is already formed. So there's not gonna be this friction when it comes to the bedroom, bro. It's just gonna be natural to her. And this is why most guys dating life is hard, because they think they gotta be all perfect. You ain't gotta be, bro. You ain't gotta be. Fucking just lay back and chill. And it's like, this is one thing that most guys, that's why I wrote it down. It's like masculinity, having game, having this risk, being this pre-selected guy, something that you embody. You can't fucking read these things in books. You can't read these things in books. It's just something you gotta be. It's how you see yourself, because the way you see yourself is how she's basically gonna see you at the end of the day. If you see her like she's all that, she's gonna think she's all that, and guess what? She's gonna go for another nigga who doesn't. Another nigga who doesn't think she's all that, because she's hypergamous, and she's just gonna go towards someone who values themselves. So whether you Drake, whether you fucking Chris Brown, bro, if you're gonna be clingy, if you're gonna say all these good morning takes, and you're chasing her approval and making sure she's happy, and you on this feminine, caring, nurturing nature, this is gonna force her to be in a masculine energy, and this is what, you know, pushes her away. And you know, that's what a lot of guys gotta understand. And like, the bonus of the video today that changed my life is understanding that as a man, part of being a man, part of being masculine is doing hard things, like actual fucking hard things. Whether it's reading books, whether it's using your hands, lifting weights in the gym, whether it's figuring out how to fucking build the next jet to go to Jupiter, right? Doing hard things is part of being masculine. And when you as a guy understand the masculine behaviors, masculine things to do, right? It's not really gonna be so hard when you're around a woman for her to be in a feminine energy, because you as a guy already did the things that trigger her attraction. And it's like, you as a guy gotta be focused on all areas of life, whether this means your how you communicate, whether this is your money, whether this is your physique, whether it's your looks. You gotta maximize all of these areas if you want to keep women long term. Because if you want to actually want to sleep with a woman, the one thing that you gotta understand is like, women use their bodies, right, for survival. So you fucking better have the base genes, because if you ain't got the genes, if you ain't got the sauce, she's gonna leave you for another guy who appears stronger, whether this is emotionally, psychologically, physically, in all areas. You as a guy just gotta work on all areas so you can become better. And this is how you're gonna keep women's interest long term, and women not being able to replace you is just fucking doing the hard things. And this is what's gonna make you like the guy that she can replace. You gotta put in the work. You just gotta suffer to prove that you are that guy. That's what most guys don't understand. So if you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Guys, if you want to work one-on-one with me, make sure you DM me on Instagram, right? So you can get gamed up. And you don't have to watch all these videos, right, to be able to understand the game. But anyways, guys, that will be it for me. Link is in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.